All right, welcome in everyone to the weekly tarot reading, and we are finally here. This is the first week of January 2025. So welcome. So we are tapping in here to the new year. It's been a crazy December. I've literally basically been sick. I feel like most of December. So the last week I've been laid out, so was sick over the holidays. So I'm just kind of getting back into the mix of things here and wanted to kick off my first reading with the weekly. I'm working on, just to let you guys know, I'm working on the January zodiac readings. They're probably going to be a little late, but I'm going to start, hopefully by today or tomorrow, get the first 4 out. I'm starting with Capricorn, since we are in Capricorn season. So happy birthday, Capricorns out there. So yeah, that's where I'm at here. So I'm going to do my best. I got my tea going, just trying to get my voice back, and all that good stuff. So I got a lot of notes too. I want to talk about the astrology this week because there is some big things that I wanted to make sure you guys got some information on. I have my notes. I got the tarot cards out, oracles, so we're all ready to go. Something else too, I've been really being drawn back to my my stones and my crystals lately. So, you know, you got to take everything as a synchronicity, and I feel like there's a higher reason for that. So I've definitely been using my stones more lately, and the universe just brought me this amazing, beautiful celestite here. If you can see that, it's amazing. I really haven't, bought new stones in a long time, and this one literally just, celestite's been one that's been just coming. It's like keeps being put in front of me lately, so I feel like I need to use this for some reason. And then again, crazy enough, it literally, I just came across this piece and it was an amazing deal, and I thought, oh, it was meant for me. And that's the thing with crystals and stones is I always say the universe is gifting you a stone that you need to have. So if you come across a stone unexpectedly, for one, if you're gifted one, that's a huge sign that you need it. But also if you just come across one and you're really drawn to it, there's a reason. So you should get it. So these are a couple stones that I have in front of me that I feel are important right now. I have selenite, the celestite, some amethyst, and then I put out this. This is actually the last one before the celestite that I got, which was over a year ago now. But this is smoky quartz, which is a good protection stone, and it absorbs negative energy. So just wanted to call that out. As I get the cards ready, I'll hit what's going on with astrology. So today is the new moon in Capricorn. It is the second new moon of the month, which is rare, but it is in Capricorn now. So this, with the new moon energy, I mean, the new moon is about manifesting. So it's a really good manifesting energy. You'll definitely want to focus on things in the new moon that you want to bring into your life. Focus your attention on any goals or desires that you want. But right now, especially it's coming right on the precipice of the new year. So you got new beginnings, new year coming aligned with the new moon. So it all kind of fits together. I've been watching some astrologers too, but what's interesting right now is there's this again, we have Mars retrograde, which is really just trumping a lot of things right now energetically. And there's this stillness energy, right? We had the holidays. The holidays just passed. We're kind of in that transitional period between the holiday and the new year. So there is that still energy. A theme that one of my astrologers I follow did tap into right now for this new moon was the theme of forgiveness. So what is it with Capricorn too? You know, Capricorn is kind of takes on that side of like taking responsibility, looking at things at face value, really being objective about things, not trying to get too pulled into the emotional side, right? Because Capricorn's an earth sign. So really it's asking us to, what do we need to leave in the past, right? And that has maybe been a theme for you lately, is looking at things that have happened to you in the past, or even this last year or the last couple years, even the last 15 years, and what's happened. What are things that we're still carrying that, you know, we may think we don't want to let go of for different reasons, but I think right now this time is asking us to realize, like, there's some things that we need to move forward now. We have a new energy. There's a lot of new things happening this year with the planet. So what can we kind of let go of that we're being tied to the past too much, right? What energy is yours and what energy is others, or just things from the past that we haven't really been able to release. So there's an aspect of taking accountability or responsibility about you're tying yourself to this. No one else is forcing you to tie yourself to even difficult situations, maybe traumas or heartaches or betrayals or grief. And where can we find space to free ourselves up so that we can be ready to transform, and to be ready for changes that are coming up? So that's a big one. Something to think about too, again, back to Mars retrograde. It's going to ask us to have some patience, because that new moon energy wants newness and wants to focus on, you know, what we want to bring in. But things are a little bit slow still. Mars is moving slowly. It's in retrograde, and that is going to be until February 23rd. So we can start putting the seeds out there. Just have some patience that we're really not going to see things rev up more until then. Basically from the 23rd through into March is kind of what I've been channeling and seeing, as things are going to start moving forward towards the better. We're going to start seeing new energies and momentum picking up for us. If things have been slow for you, or you just feel like you've been sitting on the fence about things, just wanted to bring that up. The other two big things is on the 2nd of January, Venus moves into Pisces. So just wanted to highlight that. That really is going to bring a lot of romantic fantasies. It's really pulling us into the dreamier side of love. On the cautious side, just be aware, because it can be a bit distorting. We can be a little bit too love drunk and feel too much of that romantic energy. So if you're single, maybe not the best day to like think, oh, if you fall for someone that day, that, you know, you may fall head over heels because of that energy. And it's like, you know, just don't get too crazy, because Pisces can be a little bit distortion, right? And then the big one is on the 3rd, Mars, which is in Leo in retrograde, is going to be opposing Pluto, which is in Aquarius. So I know I'm talking a lot about this, but this one's important. This is some big energy. This is the second opposition Mars and Pluto are going to be in. The first one happened in November. So that's very close proximity that that Mars and Pluto are going to oppose each other for a second time. So as you know, Mars is the planet of war, and then Pluto is the planet of death. So these two are are the two biggest energies, and then you have them opposing. So what does that mean for you? Well, Pluto's the higher octave of Mars, or you could say Mars is the lower octave of Pluto. So Mars is more looking at the individual, and then Mars is about, hey, what do I want? What do I want to go for? It's that like motivational energy, but it's all about too, how do I approach challenges? How do I fight? It also represents the physical body. And then you have Pluto, which is about death and rebirth. It's about transformation and change. And Mars is really going, there's a lot of, again, that opposing energy is going to be challenging. There's going to be some standoffish energy, because we have Mars that's really wanting something, and it wants to fight for that. It's really being stubborn in this energy and wants to really stand firm in what it wants, as far as, this is what I want. I'm not willing to move. And the biggest thing with these two right now, we have Mars in Leo and Pluto in Aquarius, which are two fixed signs. So the fixed signs too don't like change. And the fixed signs, as the word fixed is, they're really stuck in their views, in who they are, what they want. So you have them both in fixed signs. So that's very challenging. So Mars is going to fight for what it wants right now. And Pluto is really going to be standing firm against Mars to say, Mars, I know you want this, but we need to change. We need to, what's in our best and highest good, and maybe that which Mars wants isn't. So the two are going to be in a tug of war there. So things can escalate. There's going to be powerful standoffs. So be very cognizant about how you respond, how you're responding right now or reacting, and how others as well, because everyone's going to be in this energy. So you might be facing a lot of opposition in the external environment right now. Okay, so that's what's happening this week. It was a lot. So hopefully you lasted through, because now we can start the weekly reading. We'll get some more clarification here with the tarot and oracle cards. Let's start with the energy oracle. Just get some more foundational kind of energy for this week. So we have the garden and the gate. So this card has been coming up a lot. Patience, I said it, and this is just reaffirming that patience right now. I think we're really starting to feel some impatience or frustration too, because there's still this slow energy happening, but this is a time of reflection too. When we things aren't moving, there is a reason, and it's time for us to kind of sit back. Maybe it's just to like sit and rest and rejuvenate, reassess, just kind of allow things to be put in place for us. Yes, for what? The door to personal healing and happiness is what's happening here. So if you feel like you've been stuck, so in this picture you have this girl who's inside the gate that's shut and locked. So she's kind of put her there, even though she may feel like she doesn't know how to get out of this space, and wants to, kind of, when she looks beyond the gate, there's this open meadow, this freedom, this potentiality, these opportunities that she's dreaming about. But she has self-imposed her and kept herself in the gate. And what the gate represents is safety, comfort, a place that we know, right? It's something we know, but yet it is frustrating because we want something different. We want change, but it's our own fears and beliefs that are keeping us where we're at. But I feel like there's a divine timing to this. where all of a sudden the doors are going to open. We're going to have opportunities to go out and beyond our comfort zone and finally be given the change we want. It's, are we going to take it, right? Here's the door opening. And beyond the door, beyond the gate is more abundance, something that's a lot more healing, and that is truly more safe than where we really been, because the safety is actually in the confines of our own almost imprisonment, where we're stuck in places that are less than desirable, are not abundant, and maybe contribute to our lack of healing, or maybe causing us more hurt and trauma if we keep ourselves stuck in situations that don't support that for us. So I do feel like this week there's something about really being more aware of our self-imposed prisons, or our self-imposed kind of keeping ourselves small, or keeping us in places and seeing ourselves, really seeing this clearly in ourselves. We should also have patience for ourselves if this becomes, we could become aware and we may become angry or frustrated in why we've done this, or maybe it's identifying people or situations that have kept us stuck, and we're just finally seeing that this is not the place we want to be anymore. Okay, let's take a look at the tarot. So we have the 10 of Stars, the 10 of Crystals, which are, I haven't used these in a while. So the 10 of Stars are, so we have swords, the crystals are the swords, and the stars are pentacles here. So 10, 10, 3 of crystals. So that's the 3 of swords, the Lovers. There's definitely a decision in matters of the heart, I feel. In matters of the heart, in regards to family, or even this could be belief systems that have caused us our self-sabotaging, or that have caused us a lot of pain and suffering and keeping us stuck in situations. Just like I said, this is really about keeping ourselves small, stuck in situations, or in situations or relationships that have really done more harm than good for us. And then the Page of Swords. So this is like getting, this can be like information coming in, like really, this could be a conversation, it could be information or wisdom coming in that's really all of a sudden starting to open our eyes to this. And these are really, again, the Hierophant. These are stuck beliefs, programs that were really lessons or patterns, okay? So this could be pattern or codependencies that have been tied to our families, our ancestors. This is an ancestral lesson or karmic stuff here. And this could seem negative, but this is an end to lessons, patterns in the ancestral line. Like, this is a real ending, but all of these things have caused a lot of pain, not only for you, but within your family. And you can see this going back and back generations if you really look deeply and really are able to see things clearly. So we have Strength. Yeah, that's getting the strength, overcoming this. The Knight of Cups, the Devil. So to me too, it's overcoming relationship patterns, just patterns in love. This can just be our relational intelligence here with the Knight of Cups. This can be just about how we are in relation to anyone, This can be family, friends, relationships, work, relations. But the devil here, these are really karmic relationships, karmic patterns that we're overcoming. And I think maybe for some of you, there's just this idea in the past of, well, this is just how life is. These are just kind of how, these patterns are just what my life is, and this is just how life is, or this is how people interact. It's like these beliefs about ourselves and about what we should accept and what's normal. I feel like that's really changing for you too. Like things that you thought were normal and you were okay with or tolerated, or just thought, well, this is how work is, right? These are how the dynamics with my coworkers are, even though I'm always tired, I'm always feeling drained. When I interact with these people, they suck the life out of me. That's not normal, and it shouldn't be accepted as normal, and it usually is a sign that that's probably a toxic environment. And I think you're really seeing this now. And not only are you seeing it, but you're like, I don't want to put up with it anymore. Page of Wands. The Ten of Cups. Yes, that's right in the middle. I love that. Temperance. So there's the patience again. So there's really a theme this week about patience. Because as you start to really see things and identify things, like I said, it can trigger us. It can make us angry, that we are really seeing potentially how we're being treated or how certain dynamics are. And we're really seeing now what we really want, right? And that's the key. Awareness is the first step in really identifying what is it that I don't want, so that now you can really go towards what you do want. And this could also be in regards to like relationship, like love, romantic relationships, because we have the Knight of Cups with the Ten of Cups. It can really be whatever, how that resonates for you in your life and your relationships. So the Knight of Pentacles, Two of Wands, there's a decision again, and Queen of Cups. Yeah, it's like this bottom row is really like you're looking at now what's, for one, what is it you emotionally, what's emotionally fulfilling for you? What's nurturing for you? I talk about this a lot because I feel like this is really important, and it's a lesson for every single person on this planet. Whatever, maybe, we all vary on the spectrum of how good we are about doing what's in our best and highest good, what's nurturing for us in every moment. I mean, to be living our highest path is to always be in that place of knowing what we need, what our needs or desires are in every moment. And are we fulfilling those? We can't expect that others can fulfill those if we ourselves can't even do it for ourselves. And this is the key here. I feel like the real big aha for January, for moving into 2025. And I think you're seeing a new direction now opening up for you. There's two, again, decision cards here. It's about making new choices and new decisions about the people that you want to spend time with. What's the new path ahead for 2025? What does that look like for you? What are the things that you, again, are karmic, that are draining or that are toxic? And how do you want to align and bring in more good things for yourself? Nine of Stars here. I think you've really been manifesting a new path that's more abundant, that's more emotionally fulfilling for you, balancing, peaceful. Yeah, Ten of Cups right smack dab in the middle here. There's almost like a recommitment to yourself. Instead of you living in a constant space of always committed to everybody else, always committed to your job, your kids, your relationships, your family first. over yourself. And some people would say, well, that's the ego, and that's selfish, and that's narcissistic. But this isn't like a selfish thing. This is really about reconnecting intimately with yourself, learning who you are, learning to connect to how you're feeling. And it's when you can really deeply create a new intimacy with yourself. I mean, that is what opens you up to be able to give and create more deeper, fulfilling, intimate connections with other people. And that's where you'll manifest. This isn't just about romantic love. This is about all relationships, because all of the people you interact with, whether it's at work, your clients, your family, strangers, it's a reflection of the self. So the more we can change the energy within us, then we start attracting and manifesting clients that bring us abundance, that maybe we create more long-lasting friendships. We attract clients or, people at work that fill us and that fuel us up, that bring us light, that make us feel good. And the same with our families. I mean, we can internally completely change family dynamics. Maybe we can just manifest new soul family, new people in our lives that are like family if our families are toxic. It's again doing the things that are really, and listening to our higher selves, listening to our intuition here with the Nine of Stars. And that's what the bird symbolizes, is like information, higher wisdom coming to us through the divine, through our higher selves. So this was pretty, a lot of my messages are very high level. They're more, messages that are the messages that we aren't always aware of, right? It's the stuff, unconscious stuff, the higher reasons things are happening to us. And that's really what this message is about. Really kicking off January, kicking off 2025. I feel like January, the still time, if things aren't again moving forward, it's a time to reconnect to the self. All right. Big messages for the first week here. Hopefully that helped you. If you liked the reading or resonated, hit that like button. And you'll want to definitely join the Lyran Soul Tribe for this new year. Lots of things moving and changing, so hit that subscribe to stay connected, and watch for the your zodiac sign reading, which should be coming in the next 2 weeks here. So thanks everyone. I hope you have an amazing New Year's, and I'll see you in the next reading.